I don't want to
Oh, there we
leave the
are.
room. Why do I have this thing up? Okay, wait. Name, room.
I found my name.
Nick.
Nick, 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 Nick.
Yep.
Nick.
Nick.
I somehow figured out how to change my PayPal to Nick 69.
I went to send you money. I was like, is this you or is this a different
Right.
in it?
This is a spammer.
I know there's like a shitty Nick Bennett on Amazon that has like weird YA books or something, but
Oh no, why are
Oh,
they
yeah.
doing that?
oh, because so you can search Libsyn, which Meta just scraped for AI stuff, and so
Yeah.
in there, like, do I? Because Max posted something that was in there. I was like, I wonder if anything got picked up in there. Nothing did. but
Libgen. Libsyn is something different.
Dice roller is pretty cool. You can like bookmark different die combinations on the left there.
Yeah, the only thing I found for Nick Bennett was a bunch of like biology papers.
You searched me?
Yeah. And then
Google.
there's like a book about like Wall Street traders. Weird.
Oh, my other life.
I know.
Well, because most of my stuff is not published under Nick.
Yeah. Well, I searched both. But
Oh.
Most of her stuff is published under Jang Hu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Yeah,
didn't they
that sounds-
steal from my dissertation?
no, so disappointing.
It's like we're not streaming, right?
We are streaming, but go ahead.
Hello,
I
internet.
doubt specifically Ted Cruz. They made a database of all the grants they're going to defund.
Oh,
but we're not on it, which
Kind of
makes me mad. But also, like, I'm like, we're doing all the things that you don't like us to do.
Are we not important enough for you to defund us, you fuckers?
They're not good at their jobs. They're just bad people. They're not good at being bad. They're just.
Yeah, I don't know. No entitled, but
just add something into your research with the word trans in it, like transatlantic, and you'll be sure to be banned. And
yeah,
there's trans in there.
Barriers or cell barriers.
Pretty sure there is.
Yeah, we're the Science Communication Identities Project.
That's too. They don't know what that means. There's like, all right, sure. They need more obvious trigger words like
B.
trans
Arthur
or gay or.
They just grabbed B. Arthur from like the Marines website because she had some like page honoring her there. It's
like you do.
I don't know what you're doing, man.
Okay, but I didn't write dead cat bounce, but I wish I did.
I know, right? And it's not what I thought it was.
No.
I thought that was a totally different book.
Thought that was what?
16-year-old Jonah Lightbody is the youngest ever trader at Hellcat.
That's not where I expected that to go.
I don't.
Wealth and power.
There's a lot going on.
Book about finances or something.
It sounds like you.
But the reviews are trimodal.
Oh.
Yeah, ones, threes, and fives.
I'm just opening all these things you sent in the Drive link.
Yeah, so I haven't read
of
Good Society yet, so we're not playing that.
Yeah.
But I did. So we went to Breakout Con last week, and Max Lander from the RTFM podcast has released a small game called OddFolks. OddFolk. It's D4 based, and it is modular and super cool and super weird. But it is a fantasy game, and I have the King Midas sci-fi touch, where everything I read I have to turn to science fiction. And so I started making a hack of it called StarFolk, which might be kind of cool. So it's intended to be like Golden Age pulp, Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers, John Carter kind of stuff, like over the top and weird. So basically the way the game works is you pick the parts that you want to use. So there's like, oh, here's a bunch of moves for like basic fantasy stuff. Here's a bunch of moves for magic. Here's a bunch of moves for just like weird little guys. Pick and choose the parts that you want to do. And then when you do stuff, you roll a d4, and everything they're not moves, but every like move-ish kind of thing, action I think it's called, has 4 entries, and you roll a d4 and you pick that number of things that happens when you do that. And so like it's usually like 1 is good and 2 are weird or fine, and 1 is bad. So 4s are bad because everything happens. But that means like by default you always succeed more or less, which is good for like a pulp kind of setting. Here's the fun part. I have started a bunch of little sets for them. So there's like the space basics, there's stuff for being on a spaceship, there's stuff for combat, there's stuff for weird science stuff, there's robots and aliens. They are not all written. So I think what I'd like to do is pick some stuff that you want to be, and we will just fill in those tables as we go.
Sounds like
Sweet.
how it sounds like exactly how I played Dungeons and Dragons in high school. Not with the rules, but just doing
The
what
way
I
we want to
wanted.
do it.
I did put some stuff that's not in OddFolk in there. Kind of cribbed from, actually a little bit inspired by Good Society, because it has a real brief section like this. But Ironsworn and Starforged also have like kind of like world like tone setting questions. So I figured I'd do those first, so we can have like a general idea of what we want to do, and then we can kind of go from there. Does that all sound like fun?
Cool.
And it might crash and burn, and that'll be great. So we'll see.
Yeah, you can't crash and burn.
Oh boy, yeah. So this is StarFolk, based
It
on
might just be an improv scene. Is what-
the tables, the little setup tables I put together. The first one, all of them are true. So the stars have these essential truths in the game. Action and emotions are more important than science and consistency. If it's exciting, it makes sense. So don't worry about how fast spaceships go or whether you can talk in space, or if it's cool, it works. Starfolk are never safe, but they're never at risk of death unless you explicitly choose to be. So you can do all sorts of wild stuff and you're not going to die, because that's not the genre. Race and gender and sexuality and all that stuff are not a thing in Starfolk. So no spacism, space racism. Yeah, no spacism.
Space racism.
Racism.
And as usual, players are more important in the game or history. We'll use calibration tools to help everyone have a good time. Great, and we'll use the standard set of safety stuff that we always have. So here's our first choice. The stars are full of adventure. There's 4 options. The majority of your crew are from Earth, thrust into adventure after peaceful contact with an alien civilization. The majority of your crew are from Earth, thrust into adventure after a world-shattering threat from an alien civilization. Your crew is a mix of humans and aliens pursuing a goal against a common enemy, or your crew is a mix of humans and aliens racing across the stars for the sake of adventure itself. So kind of calibrating, like, are we just regular people who just happen to run into aliens, or are we like a Star Trek crew?
I vote 4.
Are you reading off of something?
I am.
Yes.
The link that I posted here in the...
Oh, you're in the StarFolk Google Doc?
Yes.
Sorry, I just also need to see the
Yeah.
options. Okay, I think I'm almost there. Okay, there's your face. Okay, got it.
Fox.
Thank you. Sorry. Autism.
My vote is
Auditory
4.
processing.
We got 1 vote for 4. How do other folks feel?
I think I'm fine with any of them. So happy to go with.
2 is like the default Flash Gordon. Like
True.
the planet Mongo is crashing into Earth. And now you do adventure.
Yeah, I think 4 works for me.
Yeah.
We'll do a crew of humans and aliens. Boom, just doing adventure stuff.
Oh, Ben, do you feel okay with 4? Or do you want to block
Oh,
the
yeah.
mooch?
Yeah.
You know, throw your X card, no 4.
That's how we do consensus-based decisions. You could be like, I disagree, but I'm not gonna block it. I
Yeah.
disagree and I'm gonna block it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm counted that in some band rehearsals.
I like
Yeah.
that for like,
I was like,
restaurants and things.
That's
Yeah.
not my choice, but I don't feel strong enough to argue about it. So
Yeah.
fine.
I'll have to tell you about Mark and my number system sometime.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Very good.
Which would also be a good RPG resolution system. Now that I think about it.
It would.
Wow, thinking of that. So that was the stars are full of adventure. This is the stars are full of danger. I'll paste it in chat as well. This is a galaxy of at peace. There are allies on every world, and enemies are notable exceptions. This is a galaxy divided. There's no open hostilities between worlds, but each civilization keeps to itself. This is a galaxy in turmoil. Alliances between worlds are constantly shifting and men get caught in the crossfire. Or this is a galaxy at war. Enemies are everywhere and no planet is safe for very long.
Interestingly, like I'm sure because there's no surprise, like I lean towards 1, but partially because I'm also like the challenge of like, what do we do then if everything's pretty cool and peaceful?
That kind of like there's like enemies
Trek.
that like there's
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
Have you ever read Becky Chambers's Long Way?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking is that like we're a mix, like we're like a chosen family crew.
I mean,
Becky Chambers.
we could be like the galaxy of peace, and we're just like doing space archaeology that gets
Yeah,
us into
right,
trouble.
exactly.
You know?
Oh yeah, I love her. She's got like space chuckers, yeah.
And just to be clear, like all choices are fine with me. I'm just like blurting out the one that immediately pings my radar. Is like, ooh.
Yeah, I think 1 or 3 intrigue me.
Yeah, I'm actually exactly the same. 1 and 3.
Any other votes for 3?
Like, just because I think I'm intrigued by the like, oh, how do we navigate this situation deciding these
Yeah.
people on? But I like the positivity of 1 too.
Cool. So the galaxy.
I flipped a coin and it's head, so it's wide.
All right. So the galaxy is peace, but you'll have like 1 notable enemy. So
And then we'll kill them, and the rest of the time we'll just party after victory.
Wow, genocide is not the answer.
No, we'll friend them. Sorry, we friend them.
friend them.
To death.
Death by friendship.
Let's see. The galaxy, or the StarFolk, the stars are strange and unique. Worlds are separated by vast gulfs of space. Communication and travel are costly and difficult. Worlds across the stars are highly connected, and movement between them is commonplace. Worlds are all located within Earth's solar system. Civilizations have arisen independently on the natural planets and moons we are familiar with, or the worlds are all located within Earth's solar system, almost on top of each other. Entire new planets and civilizations appear wherever they need to be. And I think the last one is kind of close to the default Flash Gordon one. Like Mongo kind of like brought bits of other planets along with them when they came to fuck up Earth. So that's just like, there's a bunch of alien planets like right here. You could fly an airplane to them.
I vote 2.
3 is more like The Expanse, only like John Carter version of The Expanse.
Huh.
Yeah, I like 1 or 2.
I don't know anything about John Carter.
And then 1 is like, we're mostly gonna be on a spaceship.
Yeah, maybe
the
2
traveler
for like.
option.
And 2 is more like Star Wars. Like
2 is like,
you can go like more like Star Wars. Like you can go.
oh yeah,
That's just what we do.
yeah. Star
Wormholes.
Wars, Star Trek.
Want to go with 2? I see a 2.
2. Dog show.
Great. So we're going Star X, Star Wars, Star Trek. The stars are full of endless wonder. Choose or and all these are choose or roll. So
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
we go random. We
Oh, I could be rolling.
conveniently
Right.
have 4 choices.
It's
Um,
true.
Oh yeah.
Why
Now
are
I
we using
feel
our minds to
I know.
right. You know how I love
Yeah.
randomness. Should have rolled everything.
I've run out of decisions to make today.
Magic exists alongside science, a common fact of everyday life. Magic is real but weird and mysterious, spoken of in hushed tones. Magic and science are one and the same, two sides of the same coin, or there is no magic in the universe and science is all we need.
I say we roll for it.
5. There is no magic or science. Only log.
Only.
I'm attracted to 2, but that is not a blocking.
2 is kind of like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like there's
I like it.
witches and stuff. 2 or 3.
Like it's a rumor.
Yeah. Like there will be like an evil wizard somewhere, or
Or any inconsistencies in the story can be explained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
We're-
to.
one episode can be like, I don't believe in that old superstition, and the next episode can be like, oh, they were actually space cops. A very common occurrence.
Common occurrence.
Great. And the last one is not a choice. This is just things that are always true. But if one of these is we don't want to do, we can change it. So also always true is every civilization can speak with and understand each other easily through a common basic tongue. Travel between worlds happens via spaceships rocketing through space. There's no warp gates or portals or beaming. Robots and androids are as intelligent, aware, and emotional as other living beings and treated accordingly. So there's no droid racism. And money is never a problem for
So
Star.
not like Star Wars.
Yes, not like Star Wars. The last one is money is never a problem for StarFolk. Our only currency is adventure. Woo! Okay, cool. So we've got
How many adventure do we have?
we get all the adventure.
How
Do I
does
start
that
out with
encumber us?
1,000 adventure?
And you get XP for every new adventure. Cool. So we got humans and aliens working together just for adventure's sake. There's no war or anything going on, but there will be a bad guy. Because we got like Star Wars distance between planets, going between them is a normal thing to do. There's maybe some weird magic going on in the background. Cool. So let me pop. So OddFolk. Let me pop that open for myself here. So yeah, so like I said, actions, there's a bunch of actions. We're gonna roll a d4 and do that many things off the lists. The base OddFolk has hit points still. I don't think we're gonna do hit points because of point 3, I think. On the adventure tag. But I think what I do want to do is have hits, and basically those are like when you like take damage, it's like narrative damage. You'll take between 1 to 4 hits, or you'll have 1 to 4 hits, and then you'll be like knocked out or captured or something.
Hey, y'all, we have a Furstenfeld in the chat, by the way.
Hey, we have a Furstenfeld in the chat. What's up?
Oh, I didn't even open the chat. What is wrong?
That chat. Look at that.
I don't.
How does chat work? Cool.
I know we're so used to not having it, and I don't look at it much. I was like, what? I looked at it and immediately was like, is this a spammer? Oh, no, it's an actual person I know.
Someone.
Hello.
So does that sound good? Like everyone will have like, we'll roll like a d4, everyone gets like hit points or hits, but like it doesn't kill you when you get killed. It's like get knocked out or whatever.
Sure.
Cool.
The Chumbawamba rule, we get knocked down, but we get up again.
Yeah, you get up again. That's right.
Never gonna let me down.
Never, ever, ever let you down. Gotta give you up.
That's a combination of the Chumbawamba and the Rick Astley rule.
Yeah. So let me make some columns here. This is a totally blank character keeper with almost nothing in it. Pick a column.
This is just a spreadsheet,
This
boo.
is like they're all.
You just gave us a
whoopsie
blank Google sheet, man. I love it.
ball. That is how the game is right now. Pick a column. Roll a d4 for how many hits you get.
Sweet.
I'll make these columns a little bit.
Anonymous Buffalo, Anonymous Rhino, Anonymous Unicorn.
I'm a rhino.
What am I?
You're a crow. You're a crow.
Oh, a crow.
Wait, where is
Can't
my
see
witch
it.
dice? Okay. I roll 1d4.
Yeah, just roll,
Get outta
roll
here,
a d4
crow.
for hits. And that's all forever. I think that is whenever you like get knocked out or captured or whatever, when you come back, you roll that d4 again.
Oh, okay.
What you'll have like a shifting number of narrative efficiency.
I rolled a
What?
fabulous 1.
Heath.
You told me to get out of there, so I got out of there
I
and went to the
did.
next column.
I did. Just overwrote mine. There's some Google Sheet bullying happening.
I was in the third column and you told me to leave.
That's true. I did tell you to leave.
I like how Peter was
Whoa.
the first person to write something and he took the second column.
Feels on brand.
That's a very southerner thing to do. Like, I'm gonna eat all of the macaroni cheese except for the one last bit.
So we're rolling a d4 for hits, is that what you said?
Rolling d4 for hits.
Okay.
And don't get 4. That was mine.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Wait,
changed.
that's good for hits though, right? I got a 2, so I'm stunningly average.
Woohoo. 2.5.
Maybe it's cool. Maybe it's good.
Put some color between those there, just to separate those out. Boom.
Are you building the character keeper as we make
I
it?
am building
This is
plan.
really cool.
Just
Just like watching the like stuff go into place.
real-time evolution.
We should just share our screen so that everyone can see the character keeper get made, because that's the real beauty.
It is. The real magic was the character keeper all along.
Oh shit,
Aw.
Peter's gone to the next level. He's got an exclamation point after his name.
Woo!
He's
Okay.
Peter!
I'll be Nick.
Cool. So, where's the
Okay, so Nick's the tank. Peter's the mage.
Cool.
Obviously.
So we're going to start off with I think we're gonna just start off with the fantasy basics just to have something to work off of at the beginning. I'll paste that in our chat here. Just like a general idea of like what everyone can do. So there's no classes or anything. I'm gonna say let's start off by picking like 3 actions you can do off of the StarFolk list of stuff. Some of which are empty. So if there's something that you don't see, we'll just make it.
Which document am I looking at?
This would be the StarFolk document.
Oh, okay.
You're a StarFolk.
StarFolk.
But the 4 StarFolk actions are rush into danger, arousing speech, shore leave, a wild Glack chase,
Yep.
and then thing 5 and thing 6.
Yeah.
If we have some.
And shore leave has no actions associated with it yet. So. And like as we need to do stuff, like if no one takes shore leave and we're like, we're gonna go hang out on a planet, we'll just use that.
I'm sorry, you said pick 3 things, but do you
Yeah.
mean like 3 of the sub things or 3 of the header things?
Let's start off with picking 3 of the sub things, just to kind of like see what you want. And if you want to be an alien, pick one of the alien ones. All the alien ones are empty right now, except for the last one, which is alien fucking.
I'm on the wrong page. I'm gonna click Mark's face and see where I end up.
Oh, good luck.
I'll put a link to the thing in there. Now there's a link to the StarFolk thing in the character keeper.
Oh, thank you. I was totally on the wrong.
So, and
I'll put a roller there too.
I think I'm in the store. What do you mean by the alien thing? I don't see.
There's set 2006 is aliens, and there's thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, thing 4. None of those are defined yet. So if you would like to play an alien,
oh, okay, I see.
Do you want to be a Hawkman? Do you want to be a Space Robin Hood?
So for an alien, we don't we'll make it up right now. We don't pick from the.
Yeah, we'll just make it up. So if you want to be an alien, we'll talk about what kind of alien you want to be. and then
Extra work.
Okay, so wait, how does this combine or work with the space basics?
so the space basics is, I guess everyone will have the space basics, right? That makes sense.
All of
So-
them?
Yeah.
So
So rush into danger, rousing speech, shore leave, chase. And then there'll be more of them as we need them.
Okay, okay. I can dig it.
And so like then on a ship is like set a course, scan, get out of there, make repairs, red alert, share a meal. And so like if you want to be like the engineer, you would take the make repairs one. If you want to be the navigator, set a course, and so on. And we can add more as we need or as we want.
All right, well, I'm definitely gonna be an alien. I don't know why, I just have it in my mind.
There's a skill called science the shit out of this,
Shit,
What?
nice.
which does not have a
Like-
list associated yet. So
Yes. Okay. Maybe I can help with that.
Oh, okay. So this is all the different sets.
yeah.
Oh.
Add
I-
a species.
I'm not sure what we're supposed to be doing right now.
I don't think any of us.
Okay,
so-
good. Alien fucking
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
way down in aliens thing
It's
6.
it's the lowest priority of
I-
alien things somehow.
I picked alien before I knew alien fucking was even an option.
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
But-
so basically pick or make up 3 things that you want to kind of like make up your character. So like I want
3
to be a
header
guy who
things or
rocks, who's
sub
the
things?
engineer and who like likes poetry. Like you can make those 3 things your skills, your actions, and then we'll add
Hmm.
out of them. Or if you're like, I definitely want to be like the guy who gives speeches and the guy who flies the ship, and I don't care about anything else.
Okay.
Just be those guys. And if we come up on stuff during play that we want to add to, we'll just make up new things, take them, and go from there.
So sorry, so under
Mm.
aliens, are we making up the thing ones or the sub things under?
All the things.
Okay,
So you'll
Well,
pick a thing, and then I will probably start stub stuff out, and we can kind of adjust it as we go. The only thing in notes is jetpack. The way that items work is that they add another option to the list. So if you're like, one of the items in OddFolk is grease. And so you add like makes it slippery to one of the options you can choose.
okay.
What is
If I try to-
interesting to people?
If I try to overwrite things, it goes crazy. I was trying to overwrite thing 1 with a thing.
Oh,
Or do you have it in a weird setting?
that you don't have edit.
Oh, we're in suggesting mode.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Oh, you should
You don't
have
trust us
You have
after all
comments,
this time.
So you can add comments, and I'll incorporate the comments.
Probably wise. to
How
not-
dare you, sir?
Standard procedure, man.
All right, well, I say thing 1 for aliens.
So, like, what kind of space character? do
What
you
are some
like a lot of?
archetypes of Flash Gordon characters?
I mean, there's like the main hero,
Adventure guy.
adventure guy who's just like kind of dumb and runs into stuff and sword fights and wrestles people.
There's
Uh,
probably a lady.
There's the science.
His job is to be a lady.
I think like Dale's position is more like not like cheerleader in the bad sense, but sort of like almost like the bard role, like inspiring people, like giving inspiring speeches or convincing the aliens that like we're not so bad, or
Yeah, I think I want to
Or
be
like
like
the
a
concept
Uhura, like
thing.
a xenobiologist or
ooh yeah,
communicator or something.
yeah, I'm the only girl.
The only girl.
I want to be like a kind of like a feckless red Martian noble.
Nice.
Oh. I'll probably take vicious duel for sword fighting, and then something else I'll think of.
Definitely, yeah. There is already a duel.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, maybe I should play something that's not my actual day job.
Oh,
Play something farther away from.
Fill out the duel.
I'm the only girl.
So
the
thinking under
only-
aliens, it'd probably be thing one would probably be biology. You could have maybe like physical things, which one thing. I'm a crab man. So I have like a carapace and like 6 arms and 2 pinchers.
Mhm.
But then I was thinking under like other things might be able to be like how are aliens different? But it could be biology, it could be like mental things,
Mhm.
or I don't know what else, cultural things. I don't know.
Yeah. And so I haven't really figured out exactly how like the actions for alien, like so do like if you're a crab man, do you
Mhm.
have crab man as an action and
Yeah.
things that happen, or do you have like here are the 2 or 3 things that
Mm.
crab man do? Like if you were playing like a Vulcan would have like logic it, and that's
Mind
it, right?
meld.
Get
Vulcans
horny every
can
once in a while.
totally like do the nerve touch.
Yeah.
They can do mind melds. You've got such a flattened view of Vulcans. Sounds like a Romulan
Yeah.
to me.
Mate with humans. That's important.
Yep. Do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Stranger Worlds.
Do you want to be a crab man, Heath? Is that what I'm hearing?
I am. I'm a crab man. So like my initial just thing without thinking too much is I probably have some kind of protection from my hard carapace as well as some natural weapons with pinchers and then
Mhm.
some other abilities from having like 6 other little arms.
What's like the weakness of crab men besides like
Weakness
are
of
they stubborn?
Mm.
Are they aggressive?
I yeah, I don't know the word exactly. I'm thinking maybe they tend to just favor physical solutions. They don't think much, so it's like door closed, smash door.
Smash door, great. I think
Computer not working, smash computer.
computer.
smash.
They don't do a lot of
Smash.
thinking. They're like, how can we solve this physically? Cut through with my pinchers. Or,
Great. And if you can think of a little tagline for be a crab man, that would be great. So I'll add smash it.
There's like a crab alien in the space opera I just finished.
Cool.
Do crabs have like the eyes, the stalk eyes?
Yeah, totally. That's what I was thinking anyway.
Yes, you could be a robot criminal ne'er-do-well. Wondering if maybe I'm like it just seems like somebody needs to drive this ship. You guys are gonna be causing trouble. Somebody's got to steer.
So
Great fun to
four,
like.
4 things for crabmen I put in are you aren't physically affected by it, so that represents your shell. You see something that others don't see because of your cool eyes. You use your strength to great effect, or you smash it or tear it apart. So if you're like, the engineer is knocked out, I'm gonna crabman fix the engine. You might wind up tearing it apart instead. But you might wind up using your strength to like get a piece where it needs to be. If that makes sense?
Sure. Well, so we'll obviously be figuring it out, doing some massaging.
Yeah. Robot massage. You can definitely be a robot criminal there as well. Did I hear Nick wants to be a spaceship flyer?
I don't know. What are some archetypes?
Hotshot pilot.
Hotshot
Hotshot
pilot.
pilot? That feels right.
Yeah, like Buck Rogers was a test pilot, right?
Yeah, maybe I'm a hotshot pilot.
I mean, John Carter was just a Civil War soldier, right?
Yeah. Who went out west for
Went out west and then to Mars.
Yeah.
Mars is west of here. One of like golden age. I mean, and even like so there's like Hawkman aliens. There, what other kind of cool aliens are there? There's like the robots are cool. There's the guys with the weird eggs. You can basically take like any animal and be like animal, that kind of alien. You could be an
let's see.
Odo. You could be a bucket of goo.
Dude,
You
bucket of goo, bucket of goo.
a flying
feels
space monkey.
fun.
The doctor, engineer, pilot, scoundrel.
Yeah, so I guess maybe the three things to start off with like are like either like alien if you want to be alien, or like human. We'll figure out something for human, and then like what you're like something related to like your job, like pilot or engineer, or
Oh yeah.
and then like a personality thing, like I play chess, or I
Hmm.
am good at the cello, or something like that. And then we can make
Okay.
I'm the sneaky guy.
I definitely want to science the shit out of this. I don't know what that
Yeah.
means.
None of this. That means I have to fill that one out. Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, maybe I will go closer to my job. So I want to be like a science, yeah, sciencey person, like a mechanic or like a scientist.
Yeah. So science shit out of it is like use hardcore science to figure out a solution to a thing. Solve the problem.
And I hate magic.
Solve the problem.
Do you even believe in
Oh.
magic?
No.
Can I
Young girl's eyes? No.
In the Star Wars RPG I'm playing a quixotic, however you say it, Jedi.
Quixotic.
Yeah, whoever. I think I'm a Jedi, but I'm not actually.
Oh.
It's like that'll be fun. Oh wow!
Wow.
Sunlight
Like
is
a-
bleaching.
You've just like read too many Legends of Jedi and are now convinced.
But I do actually get one force power, so like there is some like
In
I
my,
have force
my Star
sense.
Wars game, I'm a bounty hunter and I'm saving two kids who I'm pretty sure are Sith.
I gotta move out of the sunlight.
Oh no.
Oh,
Wow, it's
boo.
so funny where you
Mark made one of the things for science the shit out of this. You exhaust yourself,
Hey,
which I feel like is just a personal attack.
right? Oh, this is supposed to be a game, not real life.
What's it like to be married to a scientist? I don't know. They're just tired all the time. They just exhaust themselves. You cause another even worse problem.
That doesn't happen.
That
How
doesn't
unrealistic.
happen.
I'm trying to think of like
Yeah.
what happens when like he solves a problem in The Martian.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a bold experiment, science the shit out of it, and then
So for science the shit out of this, I have you solve the problem with the limited resources at hand. You exhaust yourself mentally and emotionally. You discover something unexpected, and you cause another even worse problem.
yes.
Cool.
Could I
so
be
that's just, like,
a
first base. Yeah, great, perfect.
I want to be a psychic ship's counselor
Nice.
who's like also a drunk, just like a louche, yeah, not the person you want to be helping you.
A louche as in like a shady individual.
Yes, yeah.
Fantastic. Psychic. Yeah, psychic's great. I feel your pain. So let's see, when you do your psychic thing, what kind of psychic things are you interested in? Psychics can
Do we get 3 moves?
Yeah, we'll start with 3, and then if something comes up that we want to do, we'll add it.
Would you rather create hailing frequencies or weird customs?
Ooh, those are both really good. I think
I think I would take either one of those as my other one if you want to.
and let's do weird customs.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I am a hurrah.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll be like young Uhura. Want to impress people.
So for psychics, I did you read the thoughts of someone nearby, you communicate with someone with your mind, you cause them serious mental distress, and your head is pounding and your nose bleeds a little.
Yes. Perfect.
Let's see, so you chose interface with the interface. Fantastic.
Peter wrote an amazing move.
The interface with the interface, useful information obtained. The entity influences you to its own ends. You discover something unrelated and terrible. An intruder detected. Great.
I like this system. This is fun.
Even just writing a system is fun.
It's just, yeah, it's very fun to write.
So
Good
weird
job,
customs.
Max.
So the intention for weird customs was like when you come across a new alien or something, like, and try to like do something, like this is what happens. Is that what you were thinking that is, or were you thinking something different? Or you think it was like your own weird customs?
Oh, I think I was thinking like xenobiologist style.
Okay, cool.
Like I understand a lot of languages or like know a lot of cultures.
If I want to be a sneaky boy, what set should that go into?
I think Sneaky Boy is already covered in fantasy
Sneaky
based.
boy.
Okay.
Weasel and Skulk. You move in silence and shadow. You leave a trace. You leave a trail, and someone notices you.
Okay. I might grab that one.
I think those are available to everyone by default.
I'm just gonna start typing it into the Google Doc because
Yeah.
switching between the two things will be challenging for me.
Oh, why did I make what's my species? Maybe I'm a human? Someone's gotta be a human, like a normal dude. I'm just a normal dude. I like science.
Dude.
I'm still a little bit confused as to like what I'm supposed to be picking exactly. How many of what? I don't know what I get, what I'm supposed to pick.
Just like pick 3, like pick 3.
Oh no, the internet in Austin.
Even
Good
I
still
yourself.
frame to land on though.
It's a good sword fighting.
That's good.
It's like
I'm gonna mute for a second because I'm gonna be typing like crazy.
Say that again.
But we missed the middle of you, Boo.
You froze for a bit, but like
Oh.
so that, like powered by the apocalypse or something. We all have like basic moves that anyone can do, and that's
Yeah.
the set 2000 and also the fantasy moves, the
Yeah.
weasel and skulk. So we can
Yeah.
rush into danger and we can weasel and skulk.
Oh,
Like
okay.
and then we pick 3 more from the other science sets,
Yeah, those
science
are kind of
fiction
like the
sets.
broad, like this is like
Yeah.
pulp, so it's like the broad, like you're the scientist who is also like a Russian, and then there'd be like 4 things for like when you are a Russian, and who's also good at baseball or whatever.
I'm Scottish.
Yeah, I'm
That's
Scottish.
my personality.
Okay, but like, so we get all of us get all the basics,
Yeah,
and then
Okay.
off
and
the
basically like pick 3 things that define who you are.
see, but that okay. Do we get all of them, or do we get 3, or do we get all of them plus 3? I don't
So
understand.
everyone gets all the basic stuff, and then you will pick 3 things. So you pick like I'm a crab guy. That's one of
Right.
your things.
Okay,
Or
and
like
pick
I'm
2
the
more.
engineer, or like,
Dig it.
I'm the fast talking guy. And then as we go along, like we'll just add stuff as we need it. So if we come up with a situation where like, oh yeah, I think like I need to figure out how to hack the mainframe, we'll do the hack the mainframe. if that's something that you think your character can do. If you're like, I don't know computers, but I'm going to try and do it anyway, then we'll just like, you probably don't do it and something bad happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so
so
I'll
like-
come up. Oh, sorry.
Oh. I was just gonna say, so like Worf is a Klingon,
Mhm.
Starfleet officer, and the security guy, or something else.
Exactly. Yeah. Because like his thing is like, I'm in the Federation now. So like I've
Mhm.
got my thing is like be the Federation guy.
Hmm.
Where
Yeah.
like everyone else is in the
Oh.
Federation, but that's not like their thing, right?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I'm trying. I want to do the custom things I introduced, I think, and I'll grab
Yeah.
a third one. So I have interface with the interface and making friends and influencing aliens.
Fantastic.
Let's see. I wonder, is anyone making repairs yet? Or have that? Maybe I could grab that.
Yeah, not yet.
Or should I have? Yeah, it's like what I pick for my third thing depends on, I suppose, what other people
Yeah.
want. I could see some space combat stuff. I'm gonna.
So far for weird customs, I have you're able to pass for a native. You can explain to someone else what's going on, and you cause great offense.
Yes.
What's the third like good like middle one?
What do you mean by middle one?
So like something that's like could like
Not
you can explain to someone else that's going on, like that's not something that's like necessary. And like maybe if you don't get that one, like you're doing the weird thing, but like the other people on your ship like don't understand why you're doing it.
so it's like slightly bad
Yeah,
or
like
middle.
or has a weird effect or some side effect. And the tricky thing about writing all these is like they have to all be able to be true at the same time. So you can pass for
Yeah.
an
Oh,
be
yeah.
offensive, right?
Oh, they need to be able to be true. But like what about it's embarrassing or
Oh yeah, that's great.
like I have to do something, but it's embarrassing to me.
Like, oh yeah, I can blend in with their culture, but they always show their butts.
It's like it's funny to my crew or something.
Exactly. So yeah, you can pass for a native. You can explain to someone else what's going on. It's super embarrassing, and you cause great offense.
Which is somewhat racist, but I guess that's Flash Gordon too.
We're trying not to be racist, but like crab guys could have weird customs where that would look weird if a human did them. So
Yeah. Or it could be opposite. It could be that I'm like I embarrass myself in front of the other culture.
ooh yeah, even though you're passing for a native, you're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, like my accent is funny or
Right. That's great.
or they think I'm making fun of them. I don't know.
Huh.
Let's see.
I think I kind of stumbled into creating sets of 4 that didn't contradict each other, which is surprising to me.
Let's see, what do we have so far?
Oh,
We got
yeah.
a dual psychic. We got a xenobiologist. We got Crabman.
Okay, I'll mute again and do some more typing of the fantasy basic.
Who's the ship flyer? And it could be an NPC, I guess, if you want to be a pilot.
Does our noble know how to fly? Or Crabman? Or robot? No.
I wonder if this is a kind of lower decks vibe,
Yeah.
where there's like a Zap Brannigan sort of ship's captain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
I don't know
Oh,
if that works for the
yeah.
Flash Gordon
you are
genre.
you are
though.
the Zap Branigans in this game.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Our ship is piloted by AI, and it's like constantly sending us to like planets with six-fingered
Adventure.
people. Like, no, what are you doing? Like, where
I
to
mean,
go?
that's the TARDIS, right? That's
Yeah.
Heath, did you have ideas for stuff beyond Crabman?
I'm still looking at everything. My my brain has a hard time grokking all this.
What's Crabman's job on the ship?
Oh, that's why I was just kind of looking through everything, seeing if anything jumped out. I was thinking, first one, I was thinking of taking a logical debate. It seemed to, I don't know why I just jumped out. I was like, oh, that could be funny
Crabs
and
that
fun.
take everything literally.
Oh my God.
Okay, so hold on, let me check that. Crabman, and then
And I guess also like what you choose is like character sheet is a wish list. So if you choose, debate the robot, there's going to be a robot to debate at some point, right? If you're a xenobiologist, we're going to come across an alien culture.
Yes. I will understand it.
Hmm.
We'll finally finish my thesis.
Oh,
Okay, I've successfully added fantasy basics to the doc, or as a suggestion.
Cool. I think all suggestions are accepted.
Good pick on a logical.
The subheader of interface with the interface is the router scream. That's amazing, Peter.
Is
Well
anyone else
written.
an alien?
What's that?
Is anyone else an alien?
Oh, guess we just have one.
Cool. Token Crabman.
Although
Yeah.
I guess Ben's character probably identifies with ish.
Identify
Yeah.
about
I'm also like I'm both browsing to see if anything jumps out, but then also just trying to think of like concepts and seeing how they fit in, or like if we need to write something new.
Yeah, I think I'm just like, it's been a while since I've seen this genre.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just doing Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek is not too far away.
It's
Right?
not too different, yeah.
I was thinking, would this be like a separate thing? I was thinking maybe he's like, I was thinking like sometimes in games also you tend to like ranged weapons and things. So like maybe I don't know if this just counts as part of being a crabman though. I was thinking maybe he has some kind of like he has some kind of gland that he spits. It functions as like a ranged weapon. You can shoot across the room to hit a button or a person or whatever. He's got a stream of crab goo.
You
In
want
the
to
book.
add like so that would be hey, there's a placeholder for trick shot. Take that
Ah,
one.
I'm going to step away for 1 minute to get a glass of water. I'll be right back.
what's that under?
It's under space
Combat. Space
uh,
things that you want to do.
There we go. Space
um, I've changed. I've decided just to be a red Martian.
Nice.
And so I think I will make an alien group for that.
Yeah. What are the attributes of a red Martian?
Communist.
What was it? Oh, communist.
just,
Yes.
just
Uh,
spat communists.
I think four is like fatalism, or like accept that things are going bad.
Hmm.
Except entropy. Uh, it's stop fighting. Or
Succumb to
yeah.
External locus of control.
fate.
Uh,
I forget. I get the Martians confused. Which ones are the red Martians in the stories?
the red Martians are the two-armed ones in the cities.
Not the four-armed ones in the.
Yes,
Not the
not
green
the
Martians.
yeah. So they're the ones who have like um yeah, so they have the cities, they have like the militaries, the the technology, which they don't entirely know how to use anymore sometimes.
They're a bit imperious and demanding.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of like noble, it's like, well, yeah. Adherence to their customs. Uh um yeah, it's not really great being a red Martian.
So fun to be around.
Yeah.
So I took a logical debate, trick shot, and a bold experiment.
Fantastic.
Mm.
Um,
Let me double check. Let me find a third thing that's not too bad. Yes, can mate with humans, lay eggs. Yeah, we all know. That's what the paper I gave at the Science Fiction Research Association was about. That they lay eggs.
So the three I have is like someone like submits to your command, so you're like, able to like royal someone. You have to follow an ancient custom. The fatalism. I think I want the last one to be like something about like you have to use or like something to do with like you don't know how to use all your magic science stuff. I'm not sure how to phrase it.
Oh, I mean, given the time period, there's a lot of words, a lot of like, it's like, oh well, they've degenerated. They're yeah.
Your technology fails you. How about that?
Yeah.
Are we supposed to only pick one from each thing? Or each set? Or
No, you can mix and match.
are there rules? Okay.
There's no rules.
I was like, oops, all science.
If you want to pick four, you can pick four. That's pairs, interface with interface, science shadows, trick shot, pulp experiment. Great. Yeah, so like Heath has four, Crabman and those three. That's fine. Totally good.
Oh,
The Crabman's name gonna be?
I know what happened. I had Crabman underneath as a skill. When I pasted the basics and the fantasy basics, it overrode it. And then I was like, oh, pick three more. That's what it was.
All good. I think I can do this for everyone at once. I'm going to move all of your things up to the top. So those are your, there we go. Those are like defining ones. Cool. Got
Need to take a quick little break.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it
Let's take
I could just be right back if people are still working.
do folks feel good about their characters?
So I'm going to replace one of these with Crabman.
Oh no, you can keep all the I think if you choose a species, you get your species stuff.
All right.
Because humans are boring.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, let's take 5 or 10, and we'll come back and we'll do some adventure. Sound good?
Cool.
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 This is fun.
Yeah. Game
Yeah,
design.
this is fun.
This is what I do in my brain all the time. Hey. Ben, I added human to the alien thing, so I think everyone gets alien and then 3 things. So if you want to choose another thing, go ahead. So replace your alien red Martian. What's the name of your ship? Hmm.
The Goochman.
Goochman.
Yeah, ships are expensive, so they get named after whoever the largest donor. Because that way the government doesn't have to fund them. You know, if they, look, we got to name a ship the Goochman to have it funded. Small price to pay.
The Goochman. Fantastic.
After Robert J. Goochman,
Right, of course.
fully funded.
To be fully funded.
Contact Mr. Goochman.
We don't get free if we have to keep relying on the elites to
That's
fund our
true.
spaceships. Maybe the
Mm.
problem is that we're waiting for the trickling down to fund the spaceships. And we really need community funded spaceships.
If all the
This is where I will-
crew could bond together and fund their own spaceship, and everyone have a
Yeah.
share in the ship.
Sounds like funny stuff to me. That sounds like Red Martian talk.
That's some red Martian talk.
Cool. So let's see. We are gonna have an adventure. Let me find a-
No, we're not. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Um, oh, there we go. I'm gonna roll some dice, do a random thing. Where's my dice roller? It'll be 6-siders. Whoa, what? Perfect. Yep. Ooh, okay, perfect. Let me get a name for that.
Space. Welcome to space.
I've perplexed many improvisers here with that quote.
Why is Peter yelling space in a weird accent?
Or why is he yelling spice?
Well, yeah, spice. Spice. Which dice?
Peter, are you going to start putting on family shows?
I mean, eventually. Right now we're just kind of trying to build the platform of weirdly getting, yeah, like the main stages are selling out like crazy, and we just want the mice shows to sell out like crazy as well. In a weird inversion of every other improv scene.
Interesting. That's a good sign, though.
Yeah. Like we sold out our last main stage show 6 weeks before the show went up. Which was
Yeah,
insane.
like people are bringing their friends, and word of mouth is strong. That's really awesome. It's a good sign.
Yeah.
Do you guys work with or for anyone? Or you kind of just like an independent running around in space outfit?
I wonder if we do have a sort of Charlie's Angels, Charlie sort of thing.
I wonder, well, I
Like-
wonder if, maybe I wonder, is that part of what inspires people like Goochman to fund ships? Because they get to sort of
Oh yeah, Goochman is the Charlie.
be a Charlie and tell us what to do and be like, I want you to investigate that black hole. And we're like, really?
Yep, here we go. Let's go do it then.
Awesome.
Identification time.
Good, we have a new move. Sharing a meal. That's great. Cool. So you are aboard the Goochman in space.
Spies?
And you receive a priority mission imperative from Robert Goochman Holdings.
Aw.
The Gooch, as we call him.
Yeah, I hated
But
when you
never
called
to
me
his
that.
face.
Never to his face. Don't ever call him the Gooch to his face.
Never to the face of any of his clones. That
Yeah,
Staff,
none of
all
his
this-
clones.
the whole C-suite is Gooches.
Oh, Gooch all the way down. Great. So Goochman Holdings has a priority intercept for you. The space pirate Zara Vex. We've discovered that they've discovered a living dreadnought spaceship. Basically, like some either like someone had bioengineered, like an ancient bioengineered ship, or maybe it's a species we don't know about. Who knows? But it's a living ship that was discovered out in space. Federation policy or whatever is to leave them alone because they're peaceful. But these spice pirates found one, and we have intelligence that they want to bond with it so they can use it to start a war between
Damn space pirates.
the crab. In fact,
The crabmen, we cannot be torn asunder.
they want to use the dreadnought to attack a crabman outpost and make it look like the humans did it.
What?
So you must stop the pirates before they get to the dreadnought and or prevent them from bonding with it, and worst case, destroy it.
Was there a particular pirate that was mentioned in that?
Aravex is the
Aravex.
Yep.
I think Newt is immediately impressed that, oh wow, Aravex is the coolest pirate.
Role model pirate.
Their ship
Yeah,
is the Misfortune.
the misfortune.
The fact
Yeah.
that they want to frame the crabmen automatically disqualify them from being the coolest pirate.
Yeah, I think
They
Newt
want
is just
to
going
want to
on
frame
about his
humans.
exploits.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
They don't want
frame
to frame
humans.
crabmen. They want to frame humans, which is completely believable. I
Man, true.
mean,
Oh.
humans.
Yeah, so you rocket off to deep space where the dreadnoughts are found. Great. Do we have anyone? No one has took the setting a course thing, right?
Yeah, no fun of it.
Who would like to pilot the ship?
Well, I feel like our ship pilots itself, right? For the most part.
Someone's got to
But
tell
if-
us where to
I
go.
But
mean-
if needed, I'll do it.
I've got
If
a lot
we
of
have to.
arms, so I can press lots of buttons. at
No,
once.
please step back. Please.
Great. Let's have actually before we start, and so that was the pre-credits trailer teaser stinger. Let's introduce our crew during the credits. How about that? Who do we have? Let's go left to right.
I don't know what left and right is to you.
To
On
On
the
the
character
sheet.
keeper?
Oh, on
character
Oh.
keeper order.
Okay. So yes, Ras Seneth Do is a typical red Martian, where kind of heavily brocaded and robes that usually have like a little like wine stain on them. I'm always carrying around a glass of wine and trying to talk to people. So I guess like my credit sequence is me like chatting to someone, like kind of sliding down the wall and then turning to the camera. Might be more sitcom, but you know, that's my vibe.
And you took what actions did you take?
I took psychic or psychics, a vicious duel, and sharing a meal.
Fantastic.
I might be more like Guinan coded than
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
Who's next?
Oh, am I muted? I am not muted. Great. I am playing Newtbar OX1, nicknamed Newt. He is a criminal ne'er-do-well robot who knows enough about fixing things that I think he's sort of allowed to be part of the crew for the time being. I think his sitcom introduction vignette has him carefully showing a crew member some detailed piece of equipment that that he's making an adjustment on, and the other arm is reaching around and picking their pocket.
What 80s rock song is playing during the credits?
Working
Oh,
for the
I just-
weekend is stuck in my head, but
The Weekend
I'm sure
it
we
is.
can
Yeah,
plus
that's
that.
great.
Oh no, right. And I've taken the abilities on top of the basic ones, make repairs, interface with the interface, and making friends and influencing aliens.
Great. Who's next?
Flint borders. They are a naive science officer. They're human. They're just really excited about finally getting assigned to a ship where they can just really like explore and learn about the world. And so they have science the shit out of this and a bold experiment from Weird Science, as well as weird customs from Strange New Worlds, because they specialize in xenobiology.
Nice. What are you doing during the credits?
Oh, the credits. I just feel like there's like a wall computer that is like increasingly like has lights going off, and you can see Flint like trying to like plug all the holes and failing, and like some sparking is happening, or so there's just like getting a little bit more and more overwhelmed as like the computer go.
Awesome. And last but not least,
My credit sequence starts with what just looks like a metal door, and then you see like two pinchers, chicka 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 chicka, and then the door falls open, and there's Aklaken, which is as close as you can say in my common tongue to my native name, Aklaken, who, being a crab man, also does not wear clothes, but it's cool because like privates are all retracted and stuff. They only come out during sexy times. But the gooch does require me. I went ahead and like painted my carapace the color of the ship uniform so I blend in. And I do have to wear a little communicator. I stick it on my shell because we all gotta have communicators as regulation.
fantastic.
And what my moves? I have my Crabman move, which is pretty cool. Does lots of things. And then I took Space Combat Trick Shot, where I can squirt stuff out of two little holes between my eye stalks. Weird Science, a bold experiment, because I do like to experiment, see how things. I'm learning how to fit in, and I'm a curious crab as well. And then I took a logical debate because the crab's mind is very logical, and sometimes that works to my advantage, sometimes it works to my detriment. Not a lot of thinking. It's a tiny crab brain.
Great. I'm just filling in the fucking alien list right now. Cool. So you're blasting off to the Theta sector to intercept the pirate. I named the pirate. The pirate's name is Zaravex. Great. And we are going to fly the ship. So I will learn everyone's names. Flint, go ahead and add
Is that okay with everyone? If I
do think Newt is like taking a step towards the
Yeah.
captain's chair and then just gets fucked fast.
Look, all I'm saying is
Oh,
you only got 2 arms for controls. I got 6.
Who usually
Yeah,
flies the ship? This is not the first time you've flown the ship.
I feel like Flint usually flies the ship, and this argument is
Yeah.
just
I feel like
Yeah.
it is a
happens
common
so much.
argument.
I think
Yeah,
they let
like a-
Aklakian fly once, but then when something didn't go his way and he smashed a console, they're like, no more.
And
Great.
Newt
think,
probably did like
uh,
some side trip to like pick up some stolen goods.
like a on the deck. Wait, what's the name of this room? In the command room?
The bridge?
Yes, thank you. The bridge. A chair swivels around with like Brass like drinking a glass of wine, and he's like, "Well, you know what this conflict is really about." But he overshoots and like keeps turning.
Great.
I feel like Brass is the most qualified to pilot, but doesn't do it.
But won't.
But won't. And so Flint like is good at piloting. I don't know. I'm not hitting the tone right, but I'm having fun.
Flint, go ahead and add the on a ship set a course ability to your sheet, just so we know that you're the pilot there.
Sorry, what am I doing?
Just add set a course.
Set a course.
Yeah.
Oh, on a ship, set a course. Okay.
Is it like on a boat? I'm on a ship.
On a ship.
Oh, is it on a ship? Oh, it is on a ship. I had it wrong.
Yeah, I was like, I heard it on a ship.
Could be any ship.
Hmm.
Great. We're gonna make the first roll. Then go ahead and roll your d4.
Oh, me? I gotta do
Yeah,
that.
you.
So let me rename myself.
Go.
Nick.
You sound like Aklakian.
Yeah, right.
Flint rolled a 4.
A 4. Okay.
Oh no!
That's great.
That's great. So the voyage is no longer than it needs to be. You make it right there.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be unexpected passenger.
It's going to be all of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot how this game works.
Fucking OddFolk.
Oh, I love it so much. All of these are true.
So the ship's computer does most of the flying. What is the ship's computer's name? Flint?
I think it's brother.
Great. So brother is going to be sarcastic, surly, or insubordinate. I don't need you on this ship at all.
Oh, no.
I could take care of this mission by myself.
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
understand.
probably, but like then I wouldn't learn anything.
Not my job to teach you anything.
Oh God.
I've been messaging Goochman Holdings to try and replace all the humans.
I'm the only one that listens to you anymore because they've all lost patience with you.
No,
So don't be mean to me.
I'm not being mean. I'm just being honest.
Oh,
I think Newt is trying to operate a mute button on
I see what you're doing, Newt. I'd push your mute button if I could.
we've all tried to find it.
Look, if you need to touch more than 2 controls at a time, just let me know. I got 6 arms over here.
We're good.
Okay.
Newt, in fact, what on the bridge sparks and explodes?
Oh, sure. Let's see here.
The third ship is damaged and needs repairs.
Yeah, I was wondering between that and picking up an unexpected passenger.
I mean, they're both going to happen. They're all going to happen.
Yeah. I was wondering well, I was thinking that if a pirate attacked us or tried to board or something, that would do both of those.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. So this is what happens.
Okay.
So you make it to the coordinates, and you make it there before the pirates. You get there. This is the Theta sector. It is, in fact, there's a big nebula, and like you roar into the area, and the front of the ship, as you kind of like come around, you see this dreadnought. It's this big, basically like a space whale that you can fly like a ship. So it's this like enormous, like black gray, sleek thing. And it's in front of the pillars of creation or whatever you've got there, and it's just gorgeous. You made it there in time, and you're all just kind of like staring at this amazing thing for a moment, and then there's an impact and a shudder as something slams into the side of the Goochman. The hull has been breached, and sensors show that a small like shuttlecraft has impacted into the side of the Gooch, and I think you're being boarded. Who's in charge of shit like that? What do you do?
Oh man.
I don't know who's in charge, but Ress certainly grabs his vibroblade and and starts yelling like, "To arms!"
2 arms.
And I think Nuke
And,
is
like-
not qualified to run this either or anything, but immediately grabs the nearest, like probably yanks a metal bar out of some piece of equipment and is like immediately in on this.
Wow.
I'm imagining his face has like, it looks like an Etch-a-Sketch run through a CRT, just kind of slightly foggy low res. But there's like a little
man.
smile, lopsided smile.
I
Imagine
think
when you pull some metal off the ship, brother's like, "Oh, sure, like I wasn't using that."
Flint like ducks down under the like command table and like grabs their little like pistol or whatever they have, but like kind of like tries to be smart about it.
Right. Who gets there first?
I don't know. I think Eklakin would have immediately rushed down there
It's just already.
just as soon as we knew what's going on. It's like just time to it's clacking time.
Like it's time.
Oh no, not clacking time.
Catchphrase engaged.
Great. Yeah, amazing. So you make it to the inside, like the cargo area. That there's a small shuttlecraft like pierced through the hull, and someone is staggering out of it. It is a lady Hawkman, Hawk lady.
Hawk lady.
She has like this. She has a what looks like a big blunderbuss pirate pistol, only space one, and a and a like the hilt of a sword on her belt there, and she like looks like she was kind of like dazed by the impact and kind of like staggers out and is kind of trying to get her bearings and sees you coming.
Yeah.
And like says she like groggily points the pistol at you. Says, "Who are you?"
As is my way, turn sideways and I want to try to like pincher her gun, pincher her sword, and restrain her with my arms.
Great. Sounds like you're being a crab man.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your d4.
I've bookmarked the D4. A 1.
A 1. Great. Just pick one. Well, which one do you want to do?
Let me remind myself of what my options are. Be a crap guy. I think
Smash it or
I
tear it apart.
think I use my strength to great effect by doing what I just described.
Great. So you're a little bit ways away from her, so you are able to do that. She does get a shot off before you do that. So mark off 1 hit. How many hits do we have?
I only have 2.
Right. So she gets off a laser blast with her blunderbuss, and it like smokes, and it's like more like a gob of plasma at you, right? So you take a hit from that, but you get her, you get her clawed up, and you like lift her up the ground. And her wings are kind of like flapping around and stuff, but like one is broken, I think. And the rest of you come to this scene. What do you do when you see Aklak and Crab handling a hawk lady?
I kind of want Newt to recognize the hawk lady.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, you have making friends and influencing people.
Yeah, I could try and talk to them.
Yeah.
I have 1 hit point.
If you want to know them, let's have you know them.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. This is Luna Darkwater. She is her. She is part of Zaravex's crew of pirates.
Oh, okay.
Really
So
pirate.
Newt is a fan.
Yeah. Have you met her before, or you just know her by reputation?
I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 degrees of separation.
Mhm.
Like, I think Newt is keenly aware of the times he almost got a criminal job that would have put him in touch with the big leagues.
Mhm.
But yeah, he probably bungled it somehow, or bungled the connection.
What about Flint? You're staying in the bridge.
like
Great. Ras,
I think Flint is like starting to like look over because like no, nothing came through, and it's just like, okay, what?
what is Ras doing?
Mind reading.
Mind reading. Ooh, yes.
Psychics.
Psychic shit. Great.
Okay.
Do your psychics.
2.
2. Pick 2 of those things.
Oh, well. Yeah. I'll be boring today. I'll read the thoughts of the pirate and communicate, just like, calm down. We're not trying to hurt you.
Great.
While the crab is holding.
Yeah, so let's have a little mental conversation between the Redmont style. Yeah, when she feels you in her mind, she like locks eyes with you, and says, Zaravex is on their way. They're going to, and like she tells you what your mission is. Like they're going to bond with the Leviathan and attack Mars. You have to, or attack crab planet, whatever crab planet is, to start a war. You've got to help me. They're going to kill it.
A Leviathan?
Yes.
Or
They're going to crash it into the Crabman outpost. I can't let that happen.
and that's bad. Right.
There's not many of them. They're space endangered. I mean, you can see it out there. They just want to be left alone. They're not weapons.
Mm.
You've got to stop them.
Yeah. I've like already put my sword away and like retrieved from somewhere a glass. And just like, yeah. What was this pirate's name?
Zaravex.
Oh, the one I'm.
Oh, this is Luna
who's on the
Darkwater.
ship? Luna Darkwater. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Ross. Like, I'm not gonna bore everyone else here. Like, Zaravex, Leviathan, crashing. She says she wants to help.
You help by
guess you-
crashing into our ship?
I lost control of my escape pod.
I let her down.
Where are the other pirates?
They're on their way. They're right
Oh.
behind me. Zarvex,
Oh,
you don't leave Zarvex's crew.
You know what?
There's only
We
one
c-
way to leave.
If he's coming here, why don't we just make a track for him if we know where he's going to be? And I'd love to do a bold experiment
Great. So we'll
with your ship and our ship. We could just
that
do.
was in a different part of the ship from where you were. So let's have that scene together. We'll meet all in like the galley or whatever, and you can.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good because
Yeah, maybe they told me later, and then I was like, "Oh, obviously, I've been thinking about just an occasion for this kind of a trap, but we
yeah,
need to
I think
salvage your engine to do it."
you have to stop them when we cut to that scene, and you're laying
Yeah.
out the thing, a bold experiment. Tell me more about your bold experiment.
I think that I hack into their ship's engine, and it makes time slow down.
Ooh.
And I make like a little time slow down net that like in space, like real kind of 80s like.
You're tapping into the escape pod's engine.
Yeah, the escape pod engine has like a particular material that if I hit it with some quantum resonances, it'll slow down time in that section briefly, and just kind of we like draw a net in space, and it like makes like a little time slow down net. They crash into it, they slow down, we can easily board their ship.
I love it. Go ahead, make that roll.
Because those pirate ships use that old transwarp technology.
Yeah, they use that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's susceptible to the anridium rock that was in the um engine. But only that model of escape pod, specifically from the year 3089.
I don't know how this
Anyway,
would
I'll
work
roll.
mechanically, but now you definitely need to add a techno babble skill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for
I've been taught by the best.
Before you make that roll, Newt, are you going to repair the ship?
I suppose I should. Yeah, I think
We'll make your repair roll after we see how this exciting.
I think
Okay.
brother probably gently suggests that I repair the ship.
Perhaps
I-
someone should fix the giant leaking space hole in the ship.
I rolled a 4.
Oh my god!
All the things. All
Okay.
So I'm
the
gonna get some
things.
new X-Men powers.
Cool. So it does what you expected it to do. So there's you've used the rare elements in the escape pod to make this giant time slowing space net.
Yes.
The
Space
results
net.
are unstable, so it will work. We don't know how long or what the effects of it will be.
Or if it will spread,
Right.
take over the entire universe eventually.
There are freaky side effects. Who has idea? I have some ideas, but
I love that the main effect is a freaky main effect.
Yeah, but there are even freakier side effects. Oh, okay. The chronotons, the quantum resonances that you personally are working with, Flint, give you a brief vision of the future, like a flashbulb sort of thing.
I love that.
Okay.
So let's make that your mind is twisted by newfound understanding.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I was
see
thinking.
Oh,
I was
go
thinking.
for it.
What do you see in the future? What's your vision that like messes with you?
I think I see my own death, but I like dying super heroically. like I think I think I see myself die, but I see myself like look really cool. And so now I think I'm just like, wow, I did all these things. I think the anxiety like lifts off of Flint.
Ooh. I think that's also gonna do a hit on you. I think that's gonna
Yeah.
do your head in a little bit.
Like I'm a little
like-
broken, but I also know that I have a cool person inside of me somewhere.
Somewhere. And
I
they're
like-
murdered. I think
in your vision. Oh, sorry.
go for it.
I was gonna say, just in your vision, you see yourself like you have a scar, and you're like, oh, well, like that'll be in the future. I don't have that, and then like you scratch yourself immediately, like, oh,
Oh no, I had a scar in there.
I know what the freaky side effects are, so we'll do those as we do them.
No.
Great, Newt. Let's fix that ship.
Of course.
Do I have things written for that action? I do.
Yeah, I do. make repairs. Yeah, and if you want to look, I think that works out okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll a d4.
I'm gonna roll D4.
All right, rolling 2.
2. Cool. Pick your 2 favorite cool
Yeah.
things off that list.
So I like, yeah, I like these two. The immediate problem is fixed, and a subtle problem goes unseen.
Great, great. What's our unseen subtle problem? Oh yeah. So
Okay.
as so we see in like the cargo bay there where the ship crashed into, you've
Yeah.
like Flint, is it Flint? Flint has dragged everyone has probably Aklakan has dragged the ship in, so you can Flint can work on the science part of it. And so as you're like doing your welding and stuff,
Yeah.
I think the camera shows like the ship had also impacted like some like fuel canisters or something
Oh shit.
that are leaking in the cargo hold. And I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna
Could go wrong.
what could go wrong? Great. What's Ras doing while all this is happening?
I mean, I see Ras having like a too emotional like connection with brother. Like I'm just trying to like get brother to open up, and brother's doing like a Eliza chatbot on me, and I'm just falling for it completely. Yeah.
I just realized the ship should also have hits, right?
Oh no.
Okay, the ship had 3 hits and now it has 2. That's fun. Interesting. Cool. So I think just as the net is deployed, you see the misfortune roaring towards the dreadnought. Are you doing anything to not be seen?
Oh man. I wonder if it's just like we're just boldly right there. And we know that
Are you
they're
like
gonna be
Because
too
we
slow.
because we wanted to be bait. We probably
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
be visible.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I think the pirate ship takes the bait and they roar towards you. I'm seeing like the how the like reaver ships kind of are. It's kind of like big and like cobbled together, just like spewing black smoke
Oh,
out the
sure.
back. And you can see the strings kind of dragging it along, and the sparklers coming out the back. And yeah, so I think like you're on the other side of where the net is deployed, and they kind of like roar up and go like come to like a skidding, not a skid, they turn sideways, and you see the sides of the ship open up, and there's space laser cannons out the side. They're like moving to broadside you, and that's when the net traps. Now that you've taken a bite of something, what does the net look like when you deploy it?
I'm just seeing like kind of like 80s special effect, like fiery ropes.
Mhm.
Or maybe that's more 60s. Yeah.
Great.
But
What color
yeah,
are they?
and when they sorry?
What color?
Purple.
Purple robes.
Like a lilac purple.
Were you saying something else there?
I was just trying to figure out what it looked like when they run through it, but I think it just
Yeah, it just like envelops them.
envelops them. Yeah.
And I think as it envelops them, the cannons fire. And you all are kind of bracing for impact, but kind of like her space gun, the cannons, like they're not laser cannons, they shoot like these gobs of energy. And they kind of like shoot, and there's smoke, of course, in space, right?
Yeah.
They shoot at you, and they like get about halfway between, and then they just slow. They're still heading towards you, but like the array of plasma is just like slowed in space as it goes to hit you. Can I just have everyone roll a d4?
No.
Who is furtive?
That's me.
Okay.
I guess I'll change my name. Uh,
Trying to secretly get away with it.
Great. Um, so Ras and Flint, it kind of looks like the Newt and Eklakin and Luna are not frozen in time, but are moving very slowly.
Oh no.
But you two are moving normal as far as you can tell. What do you do, or what do you say when you notice that?
I think Ras at first doesn't notice that Flint is in the same situation as just like, as usual. Here I am. And then like noticing, oh, you're here too. Oh, okay. We seem to be outside the time bubble.
Yeah, I think Flint is like touching Newt's face and is like, it must be. He would have never let me do this.
I think Newt experiences it like a mosquito kind of like over.
Yeah.
And you hear like a high-pitched whining sound. And yeah, and
Sounds like Flint.
Ras and Flint have disappeared. They've just vanished.
Oh no. Okay.
I think
You see like a wine bottle, the level going down.
I think Ras and Flint are like moving super fast. Newt, you are going super slow, and Eklakin, you're just like in the middle, like normal.
Great.
Yeah, I think everyone notices, people disappearing or freezing, while like plasma is kind of roaring slowly towards you across space. What do you do? I'll roll for Luna to see where she is. Luna's also super fast.
So I've just basically seen everyone disappear.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you see Eklakin, but he's just like moving really fast.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I think I want to do a bold experiment
Oh no.
Yes.
because I think like when they were once they were doing all the repairs to the hole, obviously they've put up like kind of an energy shield to breach the hole while they're figuring all that out.
Maybe.
So then that gives me an idea. It's like, well, wait a minute. If I could like wire the breaching shield in with the net that Flint had created, then I can isolate. I can make a little bubble for us that isolates us from the time net,
Ooh, nice.
so that we won't be affected by it.
I love a bold
apparently we are.
experiment that has to undo the effects of another bold experiment.
I think it's worked out.
I love this game so much already.
Flint and Ras, since you're like moving super speed, you have some time to do some things before that happens. What would you is there anything you'd like to do or talk about or take care of? And Luna's also moving your speed too.
His brother
Ooh,
affected?
Let's find out.
So I'm just kidding. Do they see Newt as basically frozen, but me is moving slowly?
Yeah. I think brother has not been affected, so you're moving Eklakin speed. They're moving Eklakin speed.
I wonder if Newt has recently stolen like a family keepsake from Flint.
Almost certainly.
But Flint has accused Newt of it and Newt denies it, but Flint's pretty sure it's true. And Flint like reaches into Newt's front pocket and is like, I knew it.
Like I think you have time to like go through his pockets, search.
I think I go through like each pocket, yeah. And I'm like, I knew it. And it's like my mom's brooch or something.
Like go through his files. You have time to like just super speed around doing it.
Yeah, I think I go through his like I'm like like all the like lies Newt has ever told me.
What about Raz?
I think uh, mostly just trying to engage in conversations like, oh, like your mother's brooch. And what does that mean to you? God, you ever think about how eventually we're all going to die? Anyway, but
Um,
yes.
Rigel, that's the character from Farscape, right? Um, cool. Aklaken, let's see how your experiment pans out.
And in my head, Newt is slowly turning to walk out the hallway to see if they've gone out there.
4.
Sure. Great. Great. So it does what it's supposed to do, right? Weird science, there it is. It does exactly what you expected it to do. So what does it look like when time comes back the same speed for everyone?
I do feel like Flint is holding the brooch in front of Newt's face.
It
Has been like berating him even though he couldn't hear
Like
me, and now he's
mid-sentence.
just mid-sentence.
Yeah, I think, obviously for Newt, it's like a blink, but for Flint and Ras, I feel like what have they experienced? Like an hour by the time
yeah.
I bring
A
them
few
back.
weeks.
I've learned Russian.
Yeah, I think this is not the first time Flint has given this speech to Newt. It like keeps going back and like revising it.
Oh no.
Maybe you guys are like in starting the second hour of discussing what you're gonna do about this when I fix it and y'all come back.
Yeah.
And everything seems fixed now.
Oh,
So
okay.
We
Raz-
just about had a
Raz-
plan.
like
We had a committee for it.
disappears. Like we're making a plan. We're waiting. We're watching that on scanners, and then like Raz like blinks out of existence, and then you see him like looking through some plasteel window with like some great sad epic poems. Just yeah, reading.
Flint's just like revising the speech and giving it to Newt over and over again.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
and then it's like, and I told you how much it meant to me. It's my most prized possession. Oh.
And then Newt's just like blink, blink. Where did you get that? You found it.
Awesome. So the results are unstable. That probably means that time will pop in and out as dramatically needed. Your mind is twisted by a newfound understanding of time. What happens to your brain? Oh, I think that's going to be a hit for you. So how does that like just fry your brain and take you like what does it look like when you get taken out of commission by this understanding?
I think like everybody, the other three now sync up where they see each other as normal. And I think at first they see Aklak and they think like he must still be slow because he's just like completely frozen. He doesn't have a face to have a look on his face, but then after a minute of sitting there completely frozen, I think he just kind of like falls over on his shell on his back and rocks a little bit for just he's just laying there motionless on his back / shell.
And what is your horrifying realization about the nature of time?
I think it spiraled. It's like, wait a minute, there could be infinite dimensions of different time. We could be surrounded by beings at all times. There could be whole universes and other experiences going on around us right now. There could be the universe is living and dying in the blink of an eye and right here in this room. And
Newt is like, I'm pretty sure if there was some being going around me, I would notice.
Then why are we in the one where you stole this?
Amazing. And there are freaky side effects. And I think the freaky side effect is that I think it like creates like a time pulse that like resets everything as like an expanding ripple out from the ship. which means that the ship is struck by broadsides of plasma from the Misfortune, taking another hit. I think as the ship rocks, I think let's take another like 5-minute break. We'll come back to conclude the action. All right. Um, so the ship has been rocked by cannon fire, and Luna, I think, is freaking out. She's like, "He's gonna destroy us. He's not gonna let me get away. We're all doomed. We need to get out of here somehow."
Is it time for a wild black chase?
Ooh.
Oh,
Um, does that imply that they are getting out of the net?
Oh, I don't know. What do folks think? That's what I thought. Is it like
Yeah, I think they're
they
still
started coming
stuck in the
after
net, but
us?
they're maybe they're like launching little like boarding ships.
Mhm.
oh.
Is wait, sorry. Is everything is back to normal time everywhere, or
Yeah.
okay? Has the Leviathan noticed anything?
Leviathan is like
Oh,
peaceful, although it is alive and does have a brain.
I know. I do want to talk to it, but it just doesn't seem like the time to do that.
If only we had a psychic on board.
I mean, we're gonna get to that. I just wanted to get a little closer.
Oh.
We're a
Um,
little more in danger.
we could let's see if it's not a chase, maybe it is
Yeah, it
uh,
didn't have to be.
get out of there. But I don't have any things written for it yet. Um, what do y'all think? What's your next move as a? I think we're gonna have boarding shuttles, boarding pods firing off from the pirate ship. So the misfortune is still there, but there's like half a dozen little boarding pods coming
Uh,
to the ship.
does Flint know how to communicate with this whale because of weird customs?
Ooh.
And maybe can convince the whale to like
Step in on our
attack the
side.
little attack the little ships, or oh, what was that?
Was it Peter? Did you say something?
Peter, did you have something?
Hold on, I'll be back in just a second. I think there is a cat throwing up.
Oh, buddy.
I think that might require the psychic to talk to it.
Yeah, okay, then
If you want to
that's
try that.
that's not it then.
But you could try to get away and like go behind the Leviathan or something.
Oh yeah, maybe we hide behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or into the nebula or whatever you feel like. Since Flint is the erstwhile or the navigator at the moment, I think that's your call. If you want to.
Yeah, I think I know that they won't shoot the Leviathan
Ooh,
because they need it for their plan.
awesome,
So we hide on the other side of it.
cool. I want to make that get out of there then, which means we have to come up with stuff for it. Go ahead and make a roll, and I'll add that number of things.
Literally writing the game as required. All right, I rolled a 1.
Okay, great.
You only need to make up one thing.
Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, unless you intentionally want it to be a bad thing, I think that means you make it.
Yeah. Pulled it off.
Make it away safely. And I'll figure out what bad things are later. Cool. So the boarding pods are shooting off. You see that happening. Get brother online. He's like, oh, you want now you talk. Yeah, you're
I've been talking to you the whole time. You just
Oh, but-
talked to me so disrespectfully.
You're talking, but I don't think it was to me. I think it was just at me.
For once in your life, or not life, you're not. Just
All right, let's go.
let's go.
So you make it to the other side of the Leviathan safely. The boarding pods are short range, so they can't like come after you really. So I think as you're like cresting around into the nebula behind the Leviathan, like you see them kind of like turn back and like they're going back to their ship.
Hmm.
I think you have a moment in the action to do something. What would you like to do?
If If no one else has an action, I will try to contact the Leviathan.
Cool. Psychics.
And my goal here is just to like, I'm not trying to bond with the Leviathan, right? I'm trying to tell it that it's in danger and should not bond with those guys. And I got a 2.
2. Great.
Oh.
Which 2 do you choose?
Oh, or do I want to cause it pain? Uh,
That would make it interesting.
um, yeah, I think I'll communicate and get a nosebleed.
Great.
Oh no.
Your head is pounding. Your
Yeah.
nose is
So you just see me like, it's like, like, like my eyes get bloodshot and like, you see like the strain and I'm like still like drinking.
I think like this, you've
Yes.
never contacted a mind like this before. It is unfathomably ancient and
Mhm.
wise and large and innocent still. What do you try to tell it? You're doing it.
I tell it. All right, let me get into character. I know you want to think the best of everyone, and the world is full of great things. I'm sorry, am I talking too much? Uh, um, I just want you to know that those guys over there have uh have uh have a darkness inside them where hearts should be, or at least the captain. Um, you should stay away from them. If you can get out of here, please do. If you want to take us, that's fine. If you want to like swim out and we'll follow in your wake, we can try that. Just just know that nobody wants a war. Uh except for that guy over there. He's like the one bad guy in the world, in the universe. Otherwise, you're doing great.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a rousing speech to me.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Rousing speech. Rousing speech.
Also, should I think I should take a hit for my headache.
Yeah, go for it. Is anyone taking care of Akalak while he
Oh.
got rolled over? Just kind of like letting him hang out on his back.
Oh,
Is that Newt's job?
yeah, that's probably Newt's job. It's probably long established that it's like this is part of maintenance duties.
You're supposed to do that. I have a boundary with you this time.
a medical skill on here at all, or medical action? I don't think I do.
Not yet.
Not yet. I think that'll be one of the basic ones. Do medical stuff. I don't think you need to roll anything. You have time.
Just roll the crab.
Just roll the crab over, give him some strokes on his shell. Yeah, you are not under pressure to do this, so I think you have time and you just do it.
Yeah.
So Akalakin, go ahead and roll your 2 hits.
Oh.
Oh, is that how it works? I wondered how it worked.
Yeah.
3. I come back stronger than ever.
Fantastic. Cool. Ras, let's see what happens with your speech.
Oh. I rolled a 2.
A 2. Fantastic. Which
So I feel like hearts, minds, and boots are moved by your words.
Mhm.
And I'm real drawn to either a key point was misunderstood or secretly a seething resentment develops.
Ooh, those are both
I like the
good.
idea of this. Just the whale is like, oh, maybe people are bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you feel like the pushback in your brain, like no human will ever ride me. Martian or whatever crab hawk things you have going on over there.
Oh yeah, Luna. I forgot about her.
What So did you want it to attack the pirates?
Oh.
Or like what was the intention of your speech?
Save itself, not let itself be bonded with the pirates. That
Right.
was the
Right.
yeah.
Cool. Aklaken, you're up again. And I think your what does your communication system look like? Is it like a view screen? Is it just like a radio? Is it a holographic thing?
I think it's a hollow projecting badge. So you have the badge, and it like projects a hollow out in front of you.
I mean, like for the ship in general.
Oh,
like
for the ship.
yeah, someone's hailing the ship. Theoretically.
Yeah, I think it's probably a hollow that could go because it could come up, you can be brought up anywhere.
Projects on the bridge. Yeah, so Zarovex projects themselves onto the bridge. And they have the pirate captain's space hat on, and they're kitted out with what do you call a brace
Bandolier?
space pistols on their chest, and they're like, my crew is cutting apart your net as we speak. I see you cowardly run behind the beasts, but it's not going to save you. Once we take it, there's no escaping. Surrender yourself now and you won't be blown out of the sky.
I feel like this is the perfect time to use the logical debate skill.
So logical debate is specifically for trying to outlogic a robot.
Oh, I thought, never mind.
Although, you know what? If you wanted, I mean, I don't think it's gonna. I don't know if it's appropriate for a pirate. Let me take a look at what I wrote.
4 robots. I
I do wonder if our
I thought it
criminal
was more like a
knows him.
robotic skill. I was confused.
Oh yeah, no, this is for like trying to trick a robot into does not compute. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, got it.
Does Newt know him?
Oh, does Newt know? Yeah.
Or
Big
this is the
fan.
guy that Newt is a huge fan of this guy.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows of him. Does Newt
I didn't know if
know
you wanted to try
him?
making friends and influencing aliens, but I wasn't sure if that fit.
I mean, I don't, yeah, I mean, it feels like what this character would do at this point is Newt is immediately going to start fawning and saying, can I just say, amazing work taking the repulsier. Just got away with 15,000 credits of goods. Not a touch on your ship. Just legendary work. It's an honor to get the pirate speech from you.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll for that one.
Oh man.
I do think Flint leans over to Aklak and is like, I've never seen Newt be nice to anyone like that.
I rolled a
Or-
1.
One. Fantastic. Which
So
one
I
was
will
that?
take you make a useful connection.
Great. Yeah, I think the useful connection is, Vex. He's like, you could be useful,
Yeah, the mouth just pops 1 frame sprite.
join my crew and I'll give your friends an honorable death.
I think Newt is immediately like, let me gather my things.
He's already packing, yeah.
And I think I think you see, I think as Newt is doing this, I think Newt, you are the one that notices that Vex is projecting onto the, through the hologram thing. They're seated, as they might be on their own ship. But I think you notice, like, as they're kind of gesticulating, you notice that they're in an enclosed space. They're not on the bridge of their ship.
Oh, okay.
They're in a smaller thing.
And I think Newt like processes that enough to say, oh, are you on the battle bridge? Because if
No
there's one thing I know about the what the name of their ship was, I forget.
misfortune.
The Misfortune. It's the grandiose bridge. Excellent design work, very menacing. But this is a different. I must ask, where on the ship are you right now?
I'm on a breaching pod, and I've just breached the Leviathan. And I
Oh.
think, I think you hear him say, them say, and now the bonding process begins. What? No! Ah! And you see like maybe tentacles, maybe cilia or something else, like grabbing him and yanking them out of the chair.
And it just gets yanked out of frame, kind
Yeah,
of.
it's not a frame, screaming.
Amazing.
Yeah, the brace of pistols gets thrown back in frame at some point without its owner.
I'm sure Newt picks those up later.
Or I guess it's just the hologram of it.
Yeah, it's just the hologram.
Oh, yeah.
What's I think the either you come around as Leviathan moves along and you see the pirate ship just like, well, I guess we got a new captain and we're out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they just blast away, and you're left there with the Leviathan with like the tiny pod stuck in the side, just gracefully floating away through the nebula.
New waltz plays.
Is there anything you'd like to do to wrap things up?
Oh man.
Well, I definitely want to see like the epilogue for all the characters after we wrap this adventure up, but I don't know how to wrap the adventure up.
I know there's a conversation in the galley of just like, no, I wouldn't have let you all die. I would have joined his crew and then connived to make it so that they killed some other people, and I would make them think it was. It's just like
I like almost
Yeah.
believe you when you say it.
I think he's telling the truth. I get that sense. So I just
Do you
Maybe you would.
invite Luna to join the crew? Or do you turn her in for the reward?
Crew.
New friend, new friend.
Friend, new friend.
Great. I think we can
Newt
wrap
is
it
not
right
a snitch, he says at some point.
there.
How do you feel about crabmen?
Ooh, well, do you want to roll on? I've only got one entry on the table right now.
Fucking alien.
I'll have to write more things. Great, fantastic. I think we can call it there. And that was StarFolk. That's fun. Let's do stars and wishes. Wishes if we play again, or things about the system that you would like to change or anything like that. Stars as usual. And yeah, let's just go left to right again, or let's go right to left. We did the other way. Start with Heath.
Oh yeah, that was I don't know, it was just silly fun. It was silly fun all around. Quick, and it's both. It falls under stars and wishes because like it's fun, but there's certain freedom to freeform, unstructured, unfinished stuff, and there's a certain also amount of brain overload of like I don't know what to do. Ah. But it was definitely fun to just see everybody's creativity when given just like an open sandbox to be like, what do you want to do? Who do you want to be? Whatever, let's go. So that was fun. And yeah, wishes like it was fun kind of collaboratively creating it, like we're all in a nebulous starbed creating new stars. But man, I found like especially in the beginning when we were fleshing it out, like my brain just going so far down the rabbit hole so quick of being like trying to flesh this out. Like, okay, what can we be? We have aliens, but then we can have these something. Well, what would an alien skill be? And it's like, oh man, you can spiral out of control real quick. Um, yeah, I don't know if I don't think I can formulate any specific wishes, but it's fun. Just more wish, yeah, just keep fleshing it out, and it might be even kind of cool. Just something I just thought this, like obviously you'll flesh it out more and have more stuff specifically written, but it might be kind of fun. I don't know how you would implement this. It's your problem, Mark. But maybe it'd be fun to have almost like at least one skill set that was amorphous that can kind of morph in the context of the game or something that isn't necessarily set in stone. That could be
I
actually a
think that's
fun
just like
mechanic.
the like pick an empty one and we'll build it out. Like, oh, you want to do open an art show. We don't have a skill for that yet, but let's make it right now. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, pick that.
So yeah, it would be
Each
fun to
person
just
contributes a
Yeah.
outcome.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, because all the games we played, but especially in this, it is always fun. I mean, basically, it was almost like a paint the scene sort of deal, where like everybody contribute. What do you think? What do you think an alien skill would be, or whatever, whatever it is. So yeah, it was fun, man. Cool.
Cool. Awesome. Nick.
Yeah, that was really fun. I like the system. I like the spin you put on it. It was just like a really delightful, good time. I needed that. Um, I love the D4. I love the moves that you made.
It's out of
I
control.
think was that?
Those fours are out of control.
Fours are out of control. Yeah, like the four and the like mechanic of like four things happen is really narratively fun. I just had a really good time playing this. I think the thing I wonder, and I don't know if it's like that this game mechanic doesn't support that. It just feels like we were having to make the tone, or maybe I was just putting this on myself. Like we were having to like build the tone that the game didn't point at that tone.
Mhm.
But also maybe because we were also writing the moves. And maybe the moves do that, and we were like, because we were co-creating that. But I think it was just that I also hadn't like seen this genre in a while. I was like, yeah, I kept getting myself confused with like lower decks or something and making myself too like not that like hero type.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun playing. Yeah, I'm excited to and you said that there's other people making different versions.
Yeah, someone's making like a Dark Academia one. They just released some stuff for. They posted their draft of. Aaron, the other RTFM host, also has like a speculative fiction one, but it's like
Yeah.
like modern sci-fi stuff. It's really neat. It complements really well, I think.
Yeah, I'd be excited to see those too.
Jane Austen folk. Yeah.
Yeah, Jane Austen Folk would be good.
It's
Yeah.
and the sets that are being released are like, here's a set for this thing. It's got like 4 to 8 lists, and that's it. Like that's the whole plug and play thing for that. So it's super easy to write
Oh,
for.
that's cool.
But like, oh, I want to do like a gunslinger set. Here you go. I want to do a ballet drama set. Here you go. Like they're pretty easy to knock stuff out. So
Yeah.
super fun.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yeah, it's kind of fiasco. Yeah, I think that like agreeing with Heath, like the pro and the con of this game feels the same to me, where it's like there was a lot of freedom to like play. And like if I didn't have the seed of an idea, I was like, oh no, I don't. It wasn't like as scaffolded. It was a lot lighter than other games we played, which is it was really cool experience. Yeah. Thank you for running it.
Yeah. Who's next? Peter.
Agreed on the star for the D4 mechanic is amazing. It really creates that you got what you wanted, but also and also and also. That's really wonderful. Yes, and kudos to Mark for putting this together and getting it. Like I am impressed with GMing generally, but GMing like a game that's not completed yet and getting us all on board for filling out the bits we needed is very impressive. I think a wish I have is it might be helpful. Well, this might just be a part of a standard set, but to have at least options for archetypes with color text.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pick one of those, but you can. I feel like that would help me home in on a character a lot stronger or more quickly. At least having a starting vector kind of on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, wishes just seeing how the rest of the things fill out. And oh yeah, and I loved the guidance of when you fill out these 4 options, it has to be possible for all of them to happen. And maybe something like I noticed my making friends one, there were 2 options that didn't apply in the scenario I was in, I thought. And that might be, I don't know what the guidance looks like, but make sure that this can apply in any situation where blah. Just as a and yeah, I really think like coming up with the coming up with the moves was part of the fun for us and might be part of the fun for other player groups as well. And yeah, as always, kudos to everybody for just playing the hell out of their characters and yeah, it's like we're in the bumper cars and we're the ones delightfully running it into the wall occasionally. Which is always fun. Yeah, good times.
Cool, thanks. And Ben.
Yeah, ditto everyone said. Ditto what everyone said. Like, I mean that opening scene of like, how do we drive there? And like, well, we're all on the bridge. Like you know, Flint is being like naive but eager, or naive and eager, you know, and et cetera, et cetera. Like that just really did some good character setting. Yes. About the game, I have some thought,
Yeah.
but overall, it seems very solid and very fun. Like the modularity, and it is interesting as a genre exercise where it's like, are we doing Star Trek or Star Wars or like Last Starfighter, uh, or you know, yes, John Carter. And it's like what, which introduces some flexibility, and as everyone said, like that's a mixed bag. I do wonder, like for like a quicker ramp up if like the the instruction should be something like pick a species, pick a job, pick a faction, pick a like personality trait or like whatever, you know, and then like you just do that. And then like there's the advanced module
Document.
that's just like yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little more freeform. But yeah, it was really fun to come up with like, you know, I think all of us chose at least one skill or one move or action, whatever they're called, that wasn't filled in. So we got to like fill it in together. And that, at least for us, I thought really worked well. I I can't imagine the hell of doing this as like a 12-year-old, you know, you know, if I like the little like me as a 12-year-old with my D&D brain, like, well, I have to win. Like
Taking all the
would
combat.
be a different game. Yes. But for us here, oh, there's one thing about the 4 options. I was a little confused. It seemed like there should be 3 good options and 1 bad thing in that, but like not all of the 4 kind of followed that. And I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Like when I was writing one, I was like, oh, should this be more negative or?
Yeah, I mean it depends. I think the one I wrote just for like the trick shot one, it's like one is you do it and then the other's like that's your last shot. What was it ricochets and hits someone else, and what was the other thing? It's combat. Nobody's gonna believe this. So it's like it's usually like one is good, one is bad, and the other 2 are kind of like in between. And like that one feels like it's more weighted towards like not great results. Like you definitely do the cool thing, but like other bad stuff might happen in the process. Whereas I think one of the other ones is like almost all good, except for like, oh yeah, and I don't know, maybe it's not so great. So I think it depends on like what you want the flavor of the action to be like. But I think like always like one good, one bad, and then kind of flavor it however you want. One of the things, sorry, are you do you have more?
Oh yeah, I'm done.
One of the types that I didn't get in yet, there's actions that have 2 lists. as like the effect and the out, or like the complication, and you roll 2 dice and pick one from each list.
Oh.
Or pick the ones from each list. So I'm curious to see what that would look like as well, because like that might be, I don't know, like a more involved, like, oh, a space battle, or like a longer extended like experiment thing or whatever. It kind of like separate, it gives you more room to mess with the outcomes. But yeah, it's interesting. And the other thing that we didn't, there's a couple other things I didn't get in. There's items that we didn't play with, because I didn't really highlight those or make any. There's 1 or 2 that's like, oh, you can get a laser sword and you can
Laser sword.
like cut it neatly apart with a laser sword, to one of your options. And then there's one of the kind of like leaning at class type of things in the core rules is that player characters can choose one of their actions to be a signature action. And so you can add something like forceful, which lets you always adjust the result roll up or down by 1, or advantageous, and you can like roll 2 dice and pick one, or sneaky, you can always add no one saw what happened to the list of results. So that kind of like lets you define a character more by picking like your signature skill and then making that better or different.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I haven't added any of those yet, but that might be a fun thing to play with, like the archetype things. So yeah, adding more of those, adding some actions or items. Yeah, this is super fun. Start everyone for just like jumping in and doing it with like no notice of like, we're gonna build the game as we're flying it. Literally.
That was really special to do.
Yeah, that was super fun. I loved everyone's like, we didn't have any alien races to start off with, and now we do. So that's cool. I like setting the tone of the game there. Yeah, it's a great crew. Like I think it came together really well. And I think everyone got to do like some of their stuff. I think maybe Aquacan didn't get to fully explore their crabbiness, but yeah, it felt like there's stuff for everyone to do. I just rolled that there's a random table in Lasers and Feelings, one of John Harper's games. There's like roll 46 and like pick one thing off each list, and that's your adventure. So that's basically what I did, and then grab some random generators for names, and we're off. Yeah, the intention of the system is to like have a light system to run like pre-existing modules or adventures with. So this making it up on the fly was just because I didn't have anything. I didn't have a Star Frontiers or a Traveler module to run. But yeah, super fun all around, and got plenty of stuff to work on now. I think this is gonna be cool. Yeah, just thanks for jumping in. Do I have any wishes? We'll play test it again sometime. Maybe a little work on it. And to read the rest of the rules for the Jane Austen game, so we can play that next time.
Yay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's all I got. Anything else before we say goodbye?
One last thing that just occurred to me, that we all know how I love randomly selecting shit. So I think I got 2 ideas just to feed you might be able to incorporate or not, one way or the other, or alter. One is either, my first idea was like maybe like Chaos Entry, where it's like you roll randomly from all of the moves, and whatever move it lands on, try to apply that to the situation. Because I could think just even thinking the moves off the top of my head, I was thinking like, if you roll making friends enemies, okay, we try to negotiate the power. If you roll set a course, we try to just get the fuck out of there or beat them to the. So trying to apply whatever lands on to that, or vice versa. Maybe that's a move within and of itself that you take. That so you always have one move that's like, it's going to be random. Let's see what happens. So you have your whatever 2 moves you've picked, and then the one that's going to be completely random, and you'll hopefully be able to apply it. No idea if that would work mechanically, but it'd be fun to try.
Cool. Anything else? Sweet. Goodbye to the internet. Thanks to the Mike for watching.
Yeah.
Make everyone
All right, for Mike.